Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to share with you the 10 things I couldn't live without. I have been totally obsessed with the GQ series running here on YouTube, where once a week they get a celebrity to sit down and share with the world the 10 items that honestly they don't ever want to be without in their lives. I was sat down and thought, if I had to choose my own 10 items, what would they be? I gave it some thought and I've pulled it together for today's video. We've got a mixture of skincare and lifestyle here, so you'll get to learn some of my skincare favourites, and through the lifestyle items, you might get to understand a little bit more about me, and I'll kind of explain the theory and rationale behind each one as we go along. I want you to sit back, relax, as we talk the 10 items I can't live without. Now, before we get into it, I do want you to issue a quick little disclaimer to say I am incredibly grateful and privileged to have access to the things that I want to talk through in today's video. But you know what? There are so many people out there that don't have the same luxuries, the same things, and access to the same resources in life. I'm all about giving it forward, and whilst I've left links in the description box below to all of the products that I mentioned in today's video, those are affiliate links, and the channel will get a small amount of commission if you do purchase anything using them. Here at Mad About Skin, I give 100% of the commission which we receive to charity. I think that's just a small way where we can enjoy some of the things that we love, but at the same time giving back to people that are less fortunate than ourselves. Recently, during the November Decium sale, we raised £9,000, which we're in the process of donating and distributing to various charities. If you want to take part in choosing the charities that we focus on, hop over to our Facebook group, which I've linked in the description box below. There's a poll running there, which is going to be closing soon, where we can decide how we allocate all of the money that we raise. Anybody that shopped through any of the links, it's just a way of being able to enjoy some of the fantastic things that we have to offer, but at the same time giving a little bit back at no extra cost to yourself. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Now, with all that being said, shall we cut the waffle and delve into these 10 things? And first and foremost, I couldn't live without my animals. Now, those of you that have been with the channel some time know that I'm a little bit animal mad, and I probably, by anyone's other, logical look at the world, would say I've probably got too many animals in my life. But honestly, I don't believe you can ever have too many animals, especially when they bring you so much joy. Dogs, cats, chickens, they're all a factor in my life. And okay, on a morning when I'm woken up at like 7:30, the eyes are barely open and they all want feeding at exactly the same time and letting out, can be a little on the stressful side. But with the exception of that, they bring me so much joy. In fact, a lot of you, before I switched up filming equipment, a lot of you used to reference the amount of cat hair that used to fly around in my original videos. Sound off in the comments section below if you remember that period. A lot of people thought they were like orbs. No, it's just my cat's Marcel's hair flying about everywhere. I don't think there's been a single video that Marcel hasn't been alongside me while I film, and honestly, he just makes my day. Also, I recently got a new Dachshund puppy, which I'm going to show to the world here. You can say hello, Lon. This is my new puppy, Lon. He is so, yeah, don't look too excited, he says as he yawns. Such a little sweetheart, and again, he's always on my knee as I film. I think of all the animals, they all bring me so much joy, and I wouldn't be without any single one of them. But the one that really surprised me the most were the chickens. So we adopted some battery chickens that lived in like caged farms when they came to their end of their farm life. We adopted 8 of them and brought them back, and honestly, they are literally, I'll leave a screenshot of them here, so gorgeous. All their feathers have grown back, they're loving their free range life, and honestly, just seeing them enjoy every last bit of blade of grass and sunshine just makes me so happy. So yes, whilst sometimes on a morning I might feel there might be 1 or 2 too many animals in my life, I wouldn't be without any single one of them. Now let's come on to 2 bath products. I guess this is kind of skincare, but I'm absolutely obsessed with this, which is the Aesop A Rose by Any Other Name Body Cleanser. This is everything. This is like my one luxury that I always purchase time and time again. Yes, it's a little bit on the pricey side for a body wash. I think it comes in at like £40 here in the UK. Yes, I know, but you do get a relatively large size and it lathers really nicely, so a little does go a long way. The reason that I buy this time and time again is the scent. It is absolutely to die for. It has a really luxurious, exotic Turkish delight rose scent to it, which is so somehow manages to be uplifting on a morning, but also quite calming and soothing on an evening. It's just like the perfect product. And if you use this in the shower for like half an hour after, the whole bathroom smells like that Turkish delight, and it is just an absolute ding holy grail for me. I know I've mentioned this a few times before and a lot of you guys have tried it and again been super impressed. If you want a little bit of a dupe for this and don't want to reach for Aesop prices, which I totally hear, then you could always reach for the Lush Rose Body Wash. Now, I don't think it smells exactly the same. This just has an extra level of luxury, but it's like half the price, and it's very, very similar. So, if you want to do Aesop on a budget, definitely would recommend that Lush Rose Body Wash product, but for me, the original is just the best, and honestly, I love this so, so much. When I'm not in the shower using that product, I love, love, love a good relaxing soak and a bath, and my go-to bath oil is this. This is the Lustra Soak, I think is how you say it, Blooming Bath Oil by Face Theory. One of my favourite brands, this, honestly, one of my favourite products from them. It's a really rich oil which hydrates you, moisturises the skin and softens it as you bathe, but the scent is what just does it for me every time. Now, in the bottle, actually, you don't get a whole lot of scent. You're like, it's okay, maybe a little citrusy, nothing. The second this hits the water, it's like an explosion of bouquet, and honestly, so, so good. Again, similar to the Aesop, it just makes the whole bathroom smell divine for hours afterwards. And again, you walk in like 20, 30 minutes after to brush your teeth, you're like, still just as good, and you just want to shut the door and spend another 10 minutes relaxing. This, again, one of my favourite bath oils, and I'd say between that and the Aesop, it's kind of what gets the sensorial element to my routine. I would definitely recommend both of those if you're looking to minimise fragrance in your skincare routine, but you don't want to do without that scent. Both of these are really good ways to get that in, enjoy that sensorial without having to use it as a leave-on treatment on the delicate skin on our face. Absolutely stunning. Now let's keep with the fragrance theme, and I'm going to talk about this, which is the Shop by Abnormally Room Scent. I would love to light more fragrance candles than what I'm actually allowed. Like I said, going back to the original animal point, a lot of animals walking around naked flames, probably not great. So I don't actually get to enjoy as many candles as what I'd love. So I use this instead. First of all, look at that hollow packaging. It is just so, so good. And this, it just smells divine. Now, Deciem created this apparently to smell just like the Deciem shops. If you've ever been into one of the Deciem shops or concessions and you've liked how the whole ambience smells, this is the exact same scent. I love it because it's just really different. I don't think I've ever smelt a room mist that's like it. A lot of them are quite sweet and sickly, which isn't really my preference. This is quite earthy. It's still quite rich and deep, and honestly, I'll just spritz this around me when I want to just, elevate the sensorial and just bring a little calm to my life. It is so, so good. I know a lot of people that use this as like a cologne, a few sprays on the body, and you absolutely can do that. I personally keep it as a room mist, but it's super flexible, and I genuinely say this is a sort of scent that anybody can enjoy and you would smell absolutely divine using. Now let's come on to two skincare products. I mean, after all, this is a skincare channel, and when I was thinking about what two products in skincare could I not live without, it's these two. So we've got the Ordinary Giraline Solution. It's like my anti-aging best friend, tightening those fine lines and wrinkles, particularly the ones caused by movement in the skin. I also have a bit of a lingering love and affection for this product because I did a review of it like a year ago, and that's one of the first videos that really took off on this channel, allowed me to grow and grow and grow here on YouTube. So it's kind of got the double edge to why I absolutely love it. I'll leave a link to that review up there if you do want to check it out and understand why I think this product is so special. For £5, you don't have to break the bank in order to get your hands on it, and honestly, I just think it's an absolutely stunning product. I also love this. This is the Neod Photography Fluid Opacity 12. I bang on about this so much on the channel, and technically I think it is makeup rather than skincare. It does hydrate the skin, which is how I kind of justify it in the skincare category. But what this does is it does a light colour correction. Wherever you put it, it'll kind of neutralise those red tones in the skin, just smooth and even everything out. But it also gives a beautiful amount of hydration and glow to the skin. I absolutely love it, and I'd say this is really great for people that don't want that highlighter look. If you've ever reached for one of those compact highlighters, you put a slick on it and it honestly looks like an oil slick across the skin. Not everyone wants that look. If you want something a bit more subtle that sits well under makeup but gives you a little bit of a cheeky glow up without looking too obvious, this is the product for you. I wish it came in a pump because it's a little bit on the messy side in terms of the applicator, but I kind of fight through that because I love the results. I'm wearing it today. I think it gives you a nice natural glow, cheats a good skin day in an instant, and honestly, I think this is bottle number 3, and I can't see myself ever wanting to be without it. Now should we come onto a little lifestyle, and I'm going to mention this book. This is The Mystery in Why, A Christmas Crime Story by J. Jefferson Fairjohn. I think I pronounced that right. I probably should have chosen one with an easier author's name to pronounce. This is my favourite book of all time. I mean, you can see by how dogged it is. I am one of these people. I want to be one of these really cultured people. You know, when you see people do this style of video online and they sit there and they talk about how they read like Anna Karenina in its original Russian and thought it was amazing. All these really high-end books. And I think, I'd love to be that person. But actually, I just like what I like. And I tend to read the same books time and time again. I know, especially with something like this that's a mystery, once you've read it once, you kind of know how it's going to end. But I'm okay with that. I just think I enjoy, in this book particularly, the characterization, the fact it's a little bit spooky and it's got a winter scene. Yes, it's around Christmas, but honestly, it doesn't need to be the Christmas season to actually read it. I can read this in summer and still enjoy it. There's just something really cozy and lovely about this book, and honestly, I would recommend it to everyone. It came from the 20s, and honestly, it was a bit like a sleeper hit. Very few people heard about it or read about it until someone discovered it around 5 years ago and decided to put it back in print. And then one of the newspapers here in the UK decided to do a review of it and said, "This is amazing," which is when I decided to buy it. I was like, yeah, this is literally fantastic. And I think since then it's sold like 1 million copies. So lots of people might have actually tried this. But if you're looking for a really good, like, fireside mystery style book that calms you, but also keeps you entertained all the way through, this is it. So some of the, I will just say, some of the characters, with it being based and written in the 20s, are a little bit twee and a little bit dated. But again, I think that adds to some of the charm. We can all get caught up in like today's world and everything going on. So kind of taking you back to the 20s where everything is a little bit, you know, almost bordering on the ridiculous, I think is absolutely fine. And I love it. And this is honestly my favourite book. I even take this to the Caribbean. When I went on a cruise to the Caribbean a couple of years ago, I took this. And there was something incredibly like odd about sitting drinking your pina colada in like 30-degree heat on your Caribbean cruise reading a winter mystery. It just somehow though it still worked and it felt right, so I definitely would recommend it. Now we're coming into the home straight and I've got a couple of other things I want to mention. First of all, tea. You guys know I'm obsessed with tea. Everything. My favourite brand is Betty's. So Betty's is like a really gorgeous tea shop here in the UK. I'm a Yorkshire boy and it's born and bred in Yorkshire, which honestly just makes me a little bit biased towards it. But Betty's tea is hands down my favourite tea. They also do another brand called Yorkshire Tea, which I'm raving about here. This is their multi-biscuit brew. And for anybody out there that has ever like, you know, like dunking their biscuits in either their tea or their coffee, and they're like how the whole hot beverage kind of tastes a bit malty and a little bit like biscuity, but I want that without having to actually dunk the biscuit itself. This is it. This is so good. It smells divine. It's like a biscuit and a brew all in one. It's my absolute favourite. That's tickle my nose a treat. But Betty's Tea and their other sister brand, the Yorkshire Tea Company, are my favourite. I don't ever want to be with them, and I am one of those tragic Brits. You'll often see Brits on holiday that pack tea in their suitcase, and often I used to think, honestly, can you not go like a 2-week holiday without your tea? I've now become that person, and you know what? I'm owning it. I'm proud of it. I actually take this on holiday with me because it's kind of that reminder of home when you're away, and it just makes me feel so good. So yes, would definitely recommend anyone try this that can get their hands on it. But just Yorkshire Tea, Best Tea in general is amazing. Now, the final two things that I couldn't be without are these, my own skincare brand, and the people that have supported me in helping me to deliver this. Let me break this part in a little bit more detail. I don't want this just to be a shameful plug for my brand. That's not what it's about. Why I'm so grateful and don't want to be without is because it's enabled me to say I actually reached my life goal. I, for the longest possible time, wanted to set up my own skincare line. This channel, the love, support, and kindness that you guys have all shown me has kind of made that possible. And that is so special. Wherever the brand goes from here, be it up or down, for me, the fact that I could tick that off and say I actually achieved my life's goal just means the world to me. It fills me with so much pride, but honestly, it's only because of the love, support, and kindness that you guys have shown that was in any way possible. So whilst I would never want to be without these products in my life, I'm waving about, this is the cleanser, and this is the soon to launch lip balm. I honestly think, you know, whatever happens from this point onwards, the fact that I can say I reached my goals and what I wanted to achieve by my mid-30s just makes me eternally happy. But I never want to forget where I came from, and when I started this channel like 2 years ago, I had no idea that it ballooned to what it is today, that we're more than just, you know, some skincare content. We're actually a full community over on the Facebook group, here on the channel, and offline I have so many conversations with you guys, and honestly it keeps me sane. It's the highlight of my day, and I wouldn't be without any one of you. The final thing that I would never want to be without in my life is Tom and Marlene. Now, for those of you that have been around on the channel some time, know that Tom and Marlene have been been literally instrumental in making everything possible, from moderating on the live streams through to answering emails relating to the skincare launch, through to just being there to support, remind me of all the million and one things that I promised to do and would always forget if it wasn't for them. Tom and Marlene they're more than just, supporters. They're just really close friends, and again, just mean the world to me. So whilst I could individually thank so many people that have been a core part of this journey, I want to give a special shout out to Tom and Marlene, who I think, have just been there whenever I've needed them. And if I've always said, they're more than just supporters, subscribers. They are true friends and family by this point. So again, just from the bottom of my heart, to each and every one of you out there that has just encouraged me, supported me, helped me in any way, do you know what? You mean the world to me, and I'm sending you the world's biggest kiss and love. So there you have it, guys. I've run down the 10 things I couldn't live without. Hopefully this is maybe giving you a little inspiration on some skincare, some lifestyle. Maybe it shared with you a little bit more about me as a person, what I like. Certainly that I'm a bit of a weirdo when it comes to choosing books and the seasons that I decide to read them in. But I would love to know, honestly, promise me you'll leave me a comment with what a couple of things that you couldn't live without, because I think it's a really good way kind of to get to know each other a little bit more. So sound off in the comment section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.